You have one unheard message.
Hi there. It's me. It's been a while. Sorry, of course it's been a while. I'm the one who said that, we should probably take a break from each other. You do know that I didn't say that because I was angry at you, right? Or that I blamed you, or that... I mean, I know I said it. And I know you said that you understood, but you do know it, right? As well as just understanding that it was never about me not wanting you, or about not wanting to talk to you. It was just that it hurt too much. The long distance thing wasn't working out, and I know that it's my fault. I'm the one who left. I know that it's not on you if you didn't want to follow me across the country. Sorry, I know. It wasn't that you didn't want to, it was that you couldn't. You have a job and you have people there who need you. I suppose the one benefit to not having a lot of close family is that I don't have those kinds of things tying me down. But it does kind of mean that when I have somebody in my life who is close, I need them to be in my life. And I need them to be close. Doing the long distance thing just kind of wasn't enough. I'm sorry, I didn't call to go over what we've already discussed. It's really nobody's fault. It was just a sad situation. Actually, I called because, I was in a museum the other day. You would have liked it. It was a film history museum. They had an exhibit on Beetlejuice, of all things. And at the end of the exhibit, they had these cards, these little note cards to fill out, that asked questions like, why do you love Beetlejuice? And why did you come to the Beetlejuice exhibit? There were all kinds of answers. People had made a lot of jokes. I don't love Beetlejuice. We're just good friends. And I myself am strange and unusual. There were people who said, I got engaged while Beetlejuice was playing. Thanks, Beetlejuice. Or maybe it wasn't thanks, Beetlejuice. Maybe it was thanks, Beetlejuice. But there were people who talked about, I used to watch it again and again when I was a kid, and it made me feel like it was okay to be unusual. One person who said it was the only family-friendly movie my grandpa would watch when he babysat me. One said my buddies and I would constantly quote the movie when we were deployed in Afghanistan. One person had written, I came to this exhibit for my brother who couldn't. Fuck cancer. And there were others that said things like, for Courtney, 1989 to 2019. You've got to be wondering where I'm going with all of this. aside from just telling sad stories. I stood there at that exhibit the other day, reading card after card after card of people talking about why Beetlejuice was their favorite movie. But none of them were talking about the movie. They were talking about how they'd been sad as kids. They were talking about the people they experienced the movie with. They were talking about the feelings that they had, that the movie evoked. And I mean, it was Beetlejuice. It shouldn't have been that deep. But it was. To them, it was. It was fully 2 hours later, after I'd gone home, and I was making dinner, and I was thinking about that exhibit. And I realized that I was making my favorite dish. It's the butternut squash ravioli that I used to always have at that restaurant we went to. Before I left, I asked the chef for the recipe. And on the condition that I actually leave, he gave it to me. And I was listening to Chinchilla on Spotify, which I have done on repeat at least once a week since the day we saw her busking in London. God, she's good. But I'm cooking, I'm eating, I'm listening to music, and I'm thinking about my favorite movies. And I realized every last one of them, every last favorite movie is one I shared with you. Like the food, like the music. And I honestly couldn't tell you if these things are my favorites because I like them better than anything else, or if they're my favorites because I shared them with you. So, with all of that being said, I think I made a mistake in leaving. So, I was wondering if I moved back to the area, could we maybe pick up where we'd left off? I mean, if you've moved on and if you're not in the same place emotionally that you were, I get it. But if there's a possibility that we could get back together, I was thinking maybe I could move back to the area. I mean, not right back to the same town. I can't. There's nothing for me there except you. And that's important. That's huge. That's enough to bring me back. But the things that I said before still stand, right? I can't sacrifice a career I've wanted since as far back as I can remember and be happy about it. But I can move near where you are. Maybe an hour and a half away. close enough that we can still see each other, close enough that we can still be with each other, close enough that we could give it another shot, if you're willing. And I'd still be close enough to a city to be able to work. There's a place that's hiring. It's not the same job, and it's not the same pay, but there's room for growth. I'm pretty confident I could get it if I explained why I was willing to move back to the area for less pay. I know that this is a big ask, especially after I left you once. But I swear to you, if you agree, the people and things that tie you to that area will be the people and things that tie me to that area. Because you have been the source of all of my favorite things. And I miss you. Okay, well, I said all that. Call me back, bye. I love you. Hey there, cupcakes. Today I would like to say thank you to one person in particular, first and foremost. Someone recently emailed me and told me that they had listened to my audios while they were going through a bout of depression, and it helped. And I am very grateful to have been a part of something productive and something good. As this little story today would imply, I do think that when someone gets something out of my audios, that it's more about them than it is about me. And I don't mean that in a negative way whatsoever. I think that it's beautiful when someone has a need, and let's face it, there is a certain percentage of my audience that are listening because of wish fulfillment, of having a need for a vicarious experience that takes them out of their loneliness for a while, or gives them the closure that they would have liked to have had, or the apology from a previous relationship, or a former bully, or something along those lines, that the long-lost crush that they wish they could have had a romance with. And the people who are in it for that are definitely not alone. They're my most popular videos a lot of times. I mean, I know that if I put childhood crush or bully or apology in my video, that I'm going to get hits. I know that it's going to do well. A lot of us are looking for a story that ends with a sense of peace, with a sense of closure. And then, lots of people are going to be listening just because my voice sounds right to them when they're trying to go to sleep, and God bless you, thank you. But for the people who are listening because they feel a little bit lonely, or because they're feeling a little bit sad, or they're feeling some sort of way about something, I hope you will take a moment to pat yourself on the back for seeking out something that closes that gap for you. That is a beautiful moment of self-sufficiency and taking care of your own needs. So as much as I may be flattered to be the voice that gives you those stories, and grateful for an opportunity to do something like this that I can see turning into a career, it is about you. And God bless you, you're taking care of your own needs. I mean, thank you for giving me the credit for making you feel better, but it's on you. You did good. And thank you for letting me be a part of it. And moving right along from that kind of sappiness, thank you on my throne wish list to whoever Anonymous is, because that was kind, and thank you. And now it is time for the ritual renamings of the Patreon patrons. Let's see here. Gang has changed his name to 010001101100101010 01100111. Okay, clearly binary. Let's... Gang likes to speak in code, so we look up a binary translator. Here we go. And we copy and paste. Binary to text. He just made me do all that to know that he changed his name from Gang to Gang in binary. And Abel is now known as the Scalp Collector. Hi, Dreamy. Abel was in the Discord hangout for my patrons, and we played a game where he just kept shooting. Well, we were supposed to be shooting. He had a knife. Abel had a knife, and he was always behind me with that knife. It was not okay. Lion in Winter is now known. Have you any dreams you'd like to sell? Quasi Quafter. Information for this article was the Encyclopedia Britannica 15th edition, published in 2003. Old Bean UK has changed his name to In a Sea of 1,000 Stars, You Will Always Be the One to Light My Way. Wow. Beanie coming in with the Riz. Duke has changed his name to Duke is probably going to need that therapy Dreamy mentioned after I'm done with this castle. Art is now Tengo 3 trabajos en el servidor. Adivina cuáles son. Y no. Iniciar fuegos no es uno de ellos. Solo es mi pasión. Bellamy is now called The Sex Mercenary has been hired. It's non-union, so a little sus, and a big party, so I gave them the group discount. Wish me luck. Good luck, Bellamy. Jack is now known as A Woman Is Not Written in Braille. You do not have to touch her to know her. Thank you, Jack. And thank you to all of the bakers and pound cakes that I haven't mentioned so far. Inline Flaws, Mr. Rickles, Anand, The Dark Moon, Goose, Kahlua Bear, Never Trust Dwarven Dreamy's Crossbow, Why is Dreamy So Obsessed with a Llama, Cody, The Evening Star, The Friends We Made Along the Way, and Christian Cleopatra. Thank you all. And of course, thank you to everyone who listens and likes and shares and comments. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate your attention. Please be as good to yourselves as you are to me, and I will talk to you tomorrow.